Good evening, my darklings. Do you hear it? That faint, rhythmic tap, 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 like the fingers of the restless dead against the floorboards. Tonight, I bring you a tale not of what lies beyond, but what slumbers just beneath. Horrors we bury, and hope will never awaken. Welcome to Whispers Beneath the Cellar. Our story begins in a lonely old house, the kind where shadows spill across the walls like ink, and even silence trembles with anticipation. A woman named Clara has inherited it, this relic from her estranged family, an inheritance she never wished for. Ah, Clara. Bright eyes that dart like a hunted animal's, hands that tremble with the cigarette she pretends is catharsis. She planned to sell the cursed place, but who could resist just one night within its nest of secrets? For nostalgia or curiosity. The first sound, a low groan from beneath the cellar, came after midnight. It always does, doesn't it? She told herself it was pipes, a tired, predictable excuse. Yet, when she stood at the top of those cellar steps, the air that prickled her skin was alive with echoes. A draft swept past her, as if exhaling secrets too vile to name. But it wasn't the breath of a house crumbling. No, it was something else entirely. Something patient. By day 2, Clara started noticing oddities. Felt them first, actually. A vibration through the floor that always seemed most alive when she wasn't looking, hunting her blind spots during those fractured moments of uneasy silence. Her reflection in the hallway mirror changed. It lingered a split second longer after she turned away, her likeness frozen in a grin she didn't make. Ha, classic haunted house behavior, isn't it? But surely I jest. Or do I? That evening, Clara resolved to investigate the cellar. And isn't that how every rational person ends their trepidation? By seeking it out in its darkest abode? With a wavering flashlight in one hand and an iron crowbar in the other, she descended those groaning stairs, each creak a melody from some forgotten funeral dirge. At the bottom, the stench of damp wood and rot coiled itself around her like an unwanted embrace. But oh, my dears, it was what she found that haunts even me. A child's rocking chair, dusty and splintered, sat in the center of the room. It swayed back and forth, even in the still air, issuing soft, rhythmic creaks. Surrounding it were scratches gouged into the walls, furious, overlapping lines as though desperate hands clawed at their doom. Clara knelt to touch them, her fingertips coming back crimson, though she saw no fresh blood. A warning, perhaps? She whispered, "Who's there?" as if monsters are polite enough to introduce themselves. And that's when she heard it. A child's voice, plaintive, fragile, like glass perched on the brink of shattering. "I'm cold," it said. The flashlight flickered. The rocking chair stopped. She froze. Then the voice came again, firmer now. "Let me out." "Do you feel that prickle along your spine, loves?" Clara did too, but she couldn't fight the pull of an unseen force urging her to move the rocking chair. She dragged it back, her hands heavy as if she were parting the gates of some untold hell. And beneath it, a trapdoor. You're asking, naturally, what fool opens a trapdoor in such a place? But Clara wasn't thinking of consequences. The need to know what lurked gnawed at her sanity, like rats in the walls. The door opened with effort, screeching as if it, too, wept. What lay beneath was no cellar. They'd lied, her family, lied in their paperwork and pleasantries. Below was a pit, yawning and endless, its heart devoured by raw, throbbing darkness. The air seemed thicker, heavier. Screams, no, whispers, rose from the void, indistinct yet undeniable as they pooled like venom in her ears. And then, hands. Damp, gray, impossibly long hands stretched up from the chasm to grab the edge. Not hands of flesh, but twisted branches, human only in semblance. Clara screamed. Her cry was swallowed whole as a disembodied entity, a shape unnervingly humanoid yet faceless, emerged. Its voice wasn't sound, but feeling. It spoke directly into her skull, bypassing her ears entirely. "Why did you open it?" it hissed. "Why would you meddle in what was buried?" Terror tightened around her throat, but she couldn't look away. Shadows rippled across its skin, or was it absorbing all light? And in its center was the absence of a soul. Clara ran, of course, but not all distances are physical. It was in her head now, the creature, its tendrils threading through her memories and emotions, her guilt about selling her family's secrets, her indignance at inheriting this tomb instead of comfort, all of it puppeted for its amusement. Daylight came, as it does, pretending salvation. Clara left the house, locked its gate, and returned to the city. But did she truly escape? Every reflective surface since shows the same image. Her, staring, her likeness distorted, her grin far too wide. And some nights, when the silence settles too completely, she swears she hears it again. "Let me out." Not a plea this time, but a command. So my darklings, as the frost creeps across your window pane and the shadows tether tighter to your walls, ask yourself, what have you buried? And when, not if, it comes knocking, will you have the strength to leave it unanswered? Rest well, if you can. This has been Whispers Beneath the Cellar.